844. Day One Journey, episode 844. And today I want to answer a question from yesterday's episode. Is empathy more helpful than detachment? Well, yesterday I shared with you an example that might not be the best example that I actually wanted to use, but we talked about detachment. And I shared with you that I find it helpful for me because it gives me a wider perspective of things. It enables me to see myself from a third person and see the situation or the challenge ahead of me or whatever I'm facing more objectively. But let's say, as I shared with you in the last episode, let's say it's about relationship. So you come back home from a long day at work and you find your spouse at home and they are frustrated, angry, and in some way or another they put all the negative energy towards you. What would you use? Detachment or empathy? Well, what is more helpful? Well, I find it hard to actually make this comparison between these two words. I give the short answer here. If you would put a gun to my head, I would say empathy is more important right now. Yeah? Understand that the person in front of you experience challenges and frustration, and you can just be there for them. Whatever they say might not be about you. And also understanding them from the place of empathy. So for me, as I see it, it's also using empathy and detachment. I have empathy towards the person, towards my life partner. I understand that they might have a bad day and they are frustrated and they have negative energy and they don't have much energy right now. They're overwhelmed and somehow they spread this negativity. I don't think that they enjoy spreading this negativity, but this is what is happening right now. I can use empathy to understand, or at least to put myself in their shoes and maybe ask questions. How was your day? Are you feeling okay? Like, this is empathy, not just being in someone else's shoes. Trying to be in their shoes, maybe by asking questions. So I see empathy as a great tool to use, specifically in this example. Now, what about detachment? Isn't it more helpful? Well, for me, it's another tool, another thing that I can use, and I think I can use them at the same time. So again, the same situation. I come back home and my partner in life, they are in a bad mood. I'm also tired, yes, but they're also tired. They are in bad mood, maybe overwhelmed, I don't know, and I get some negative energy from them. So I use empathy. I try to get into their shoes. I try to ask, how was your day? Are you feeling okay? Are you genuinely being curious? Yeah? So this is empathy, trying to be in their shoes. So what about detachment? Well, I still find helpful in this specific situation because whatever my partner might say about me, when she's there in that state, that emotional state, I don't take it personally. I understand she says that. Okay, this empathy and detachment goes even together. Meaning, I'm not detached from her as a person. I want to be detached, or at least to be able to detach myself from what she says about me. Meaning, not take whatever she says personally. So for me, it can go together. Detachment and empathy. Both are very helpful. I don't have an answer what is more helpful. And I will finish with this, just the distinction that I make between empathy and detachment. I see empathy as something that we can use with other people. I can have empathy with him, with her. I can try to step into their own shoes and try to understand what's going on from their perspective. This is how I see empathy. And detachment, I see it as something bigger. I can be detached from people, but I can also be detached from emotions, thoughts, ideas. So for me, detachment is just another skill. It's a skill that I'm able to detach myself from things at will. And if I detach myself from people and I start not caring about them at all, so that's not that won't be good for the relationship. For me, I just see detachment as a very, very powerful tool, and as most powerful things in life, it can be used for good or for bad. So for me, detachment is bigger. I find very helpful to use it to detach from ideas, thoughts, and emotions, usually my own. Being able to see myself from another perspective, and then, as I shared with you yesterday, it helps me get a wider perspective, better understanding of me. And when I'm dealing with other people, it helped me not to take things personally and still see the situation in a more objective way. And I do that by not getting caught up with the emotion. By the way, empathy also helps me with that. Once I understand the other people's point of view, it helped me detach from my own emotions. So yeah, they are working together. So my answer to the question, I don't think one is more helpful than the other. They are very powerful tools that I try to use when facing difficult situations. And that's it. This is what I want to share with you today. Have a good day, day one. See you tomorrow.